Shakur Houston, struggling just a little bit on offense, has seen his offensive average dip to 14.7, but he's averaging double figures in rebounds and is a key part of this basketball team. In the starting lineup, doing a remarkable job dishing out assists, getting better and better shooting the ball from distance. Poppy Conley, young man from Derby, averaging 10.5. Devontae Bandu comes off the bench. He could play, probably start for anybody else in the conference. Bandu averaging 13. You get the picture. It is a Hutchinson team blessed with a lot of weapons. And Coach Steve Eck goes pretty deep into his bench normally. The thing that you worry about just a little bit about this basketball team, and it's not something that the team can control, the flu bug is running through the city of Hutchinson. Kai Mitchell already has dealt with it. He has recovered. So far, nobody else on the team has caught it. But doctors are telling me that the flu bug is really being hard on that 12 to 22-year-old category. And obviously a basketball team falls into that category. So the Blue Dragons can't control that other than to stay as healthy as they possibly can. They cannot have done much any better than they have thus far. A win tonight would be the 20th win in a row for the Dragons this year. That would be the 4th time over the years that Hutchinson has been able to manage 20 or more wins. It's an amazing number. Many programs go a lifetime without having 20 wins. This has a great chance to be the 4th time that Hutchinson does just that. So the Blue Dragons, Glenn Grunwald, a lot to play for.
Yep.
They're number 2 in the country. They'd like to be number 1. It's proved hard to move up because Mid-Plains won't help the Dragons by losing. They have an outstanding team as well. You just have to keep winning and winning and winning. And the Dragons have basically made a shambles of the league race. They're 4 games up on second place Barton.
And Butler's playing Barton and leading Barton right now, so that could even change as the night progresses. So Dragons have got to take – there you go, Rusty. Now, that's something that I haven't ever done, nor will I. Out a little dance competition happening between the Beaver and the student sections here. So, anyway, you and I aren't going to be seen doing that, are we?
No.
Let's take a couple of minute timeout as they get set to do the introduction of players as well as this national anthem coming your way in just a little bit.
Not only we're not going to do it now, I've never
going to do it. So we'll take a 2-minute break. We'll be right back.
I thought you wanted to save that for the intro.
Yeah, I should have. I messed up. Well, he'll take a little bit of time to do the spiel, then we'll be able to take another break.
Well, the Blue Dragon ladies, in case you just joined us, Hutchinson won the first game tonight, 87-45. The women just keep rolling right along. They've won 17 in a row. They remain tied for the top spot in the league. with the Saints of Seward, who had to work hard but pulled out a win in Concordia against Cloud County. And it may well be one of those races where the Blue Dragon women just have to keep winning, because those two teams have separated themselves from everybody on the women's side except for Coffeyville. Coffeyville will be in the sports arena on Saturday night to test the Blue Dragon women in what could prove to be a very, very competitive contest. We have lots of great sponsors. We have so many great sponsors, we're going to take another 2-minute break to hear from them. Basketball in 2.
They're not doing the Star Spangled Banner, so we're okay. They're not doing the Star Spangled Banner. That's all right. It's going to take them that long. I didn't know it till our guys sit down. And I figured it out. They used to always do too, so they changed that. Where's the old man at? Is he in Arizona? Well, welcome back to the Pratt Beaver Dome as introduction of players taking place on the court. They've introduced the Blue Dragons. They're now in the process of introducing the Pratt Beavers. And Rusty, this has been a tough place for the Blue Dragons to come and play. They've handled themselves well here over the years, but still, you never know what you're going to get here.
Yeah, they have won almost all the trips over here, but almost always it has been a competitive game. I expect this one to stay that way for a while because Pratt has a lot of offensive firepower. But I don't think they have enough to stay with the Dragons for 40 minutes.
We'll keep our eye on a couple other scores. Butler right now leading at Barton. But Barton just went on a 9-2 run. It is a 4-point ball game down with just a few minutes left to go in the first half of play down in Great Bend. And we'll keep our eye on that contest as well.
This is really a situation where the Blue Dragons don't have to keep their eye on the other games.
Yeah.
All they have to do is take care of business. They have separated themselves from the pack with a 4-game lead on the loss side, and perhaps 5, as you say, if Butler can win at Barton.
Both teams have been introduced. We're about set to get underway. We're so glad to have you along this evening on the Blue Dragon Sports Network, as well as on Country 102.9 KHUT in Hutchinson and KWBW AM 1450, as well as 98.5 FM. Larry Stoneside for doing all the chief engineer work back at the studio. We appreciate it very, very much. All the fine job that he does, and we're about set to get underway. And special thanks to Steve Carpenter providing us all the statistics and information for the games as we go along. Blue Dragons in their road reds, Pratt in their home whites. Here we go. Opening tip, Shakur jumping it up. And tip's going to be controlled by the Blue Dragons as Shakur out jumps Stafford. And here comes Hutchinson. They work left to right as you watch and listen tonight. Big Nick Sketchik's top. Baseline underneath, they go to Rhymes. He'll go up strong, rejected. grab by Houston. He saves it in bounds off the missed shot. Blue Dragons get a 9 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Poppy Conley for three on the outside. It's no good, and rebounds cleared away, and Pratt Beavers come up with it, their first possession. So the Blue Dragons with a couple good looks were not able to convert. Here we go the other way. Basket up and good. A three-pointer from outside, put up and in by A.J. Banks. Las Vegas, Nevada native knocks it down to make it 3-0. Pratt Beavers with the early lead.
This team is not bashful about putting it up quickly.
Ball on the outside, Samaja Haynes-Jones. Three ball won't go. Rebound underneath. Head fake by Big Nick. Doesn't go. Rebound cleared away. Sketchix with the miss. Here comes Pratt Beavers on the run. Banks on the outside, on the near side now to go to Andrews. He'll drive in, off-balance shot up and in. Devon Andrews with the basket. He's out of Lorain, Ohio. And all of a sudden, it's 5-0. Beavers with the early lead. Dragons with a little bit of a slow start. Here's Poppy Conley. He'll hold it high to Derby Product. Reverses to top of the key. Here's J.J. Rhymes. Rhymes, left side of the lane, scores inside, puts it up inside, does not score. He soared to the basket. Now a foul way outside, called on Andrews as he bumped into Poppy Conley.
For Pratt to have a chance to win this basketball game, Devin Andrews has to stay in the game. He is by far their best offensive threat.
Here's Samaji Haynes-Jones over on the left side. Starts to dribble, penetrate. Now he nice in, puts it up, misses it. Rebound cleared underneath by Andrews. And Andrews will bring it up quickly. Into the hands of Banks. Back outside now to Andrews. He'll dribble, penetrate with the basketball again as Banks. Over on the right side elbow. They'll hold the ball high, feed it down the low blocks. Take a look inside. That's going to be Stafford with the basketball. Turnaround jumper not there. Ball sails out of the Pratt Beavers' hands, and the Blue Dragons come up with it. Here comes Houston. He'll take it in strong and score it in one. As Houston gets the Blue Dragons on the board, they make it 5-2 with a 17:53 to go. So it took a couple minutes, Dragons, before they could get on the scoreboard.
A.J. Banks, the foul.
Houston at the foul stripe. Free throw toss, offense mark no good. Rebound's going to be cleared out there by the Pratt Beavers. And quickly down the court, they'll bring it. Nice job of hustling to get down by Houston to knock it away. They had Sketchix down defensively, but flashed into the lane was is that Goncalves? Marcus?
Goncalves.
Goncalves to try to get a layup, and Houston knocked it away. Ball on the outside. Pratt Beavers, that's Banks with the basketball. He'll isolate and work on Poppy Conley. Beavers with the ball on the outside.
10 to shoot.
Yeah, hold it back again to Andrews. He'll put it on the top, shoot the three ball. It won't go. Towering rebound by Houston. Outlet to Rhymes. Rhymes nice inside, lays it up. Dragons get their second basket to make it 5-4. J.J. Rhymes with the basket.
How about that rebound by Houston? Way above the rim.
Way up there. Ball on the outside. Banks, he'll gun it on his way. Three ball, his second one to knock down.
Dragons inexplicably left him unattended.
8-4 contest. Pratt Beavers with the lead. Just under 17 to go in this first half. Here's a J.J. Rhymes three ball. Airballs it. Out of bounds it goes. And it'll be Pratt Beaver basketball.
Dragons start out 2 of 9, and I can't believe that Coach Eck wanted that shot.
A.J. Banks across the timeline. Poppy Conley picks him up. Now they go right wing with it. Dribble penetration. Layup up and good. Andrews just got around Houston, puts it up and in. And Bantu will check into the Blue Dragon lineup. Drive the other way, layup up and good by J.J. Rhymes. So Rhymes is the score. It makes it a 10-6 ball game. Dragons cut that lead down a little bit to 4. Dribble penetration. And moving screen is going to be called. They're going to whistle this one against
Goncalves.
Yeah, Goncalves will pick up the personal. Goncalves, excuse me.
Now it's Goncalves.
Is it? Okay, so the PA announcer even messing up. So I was just going with what the PA just said, Rusty. So
okay.
16-12 to go.
They got to be Goncalves.
Underneath they go. Nick Sketchix, basket good. 10-8 ball game. The lead is 2. for the Pratt Beavers. Ball outside, dribble penetration by Andrews. Wraps one around, not there. Rebound again. Justin continues to be a vacuum on the board. Here's Bandu. Bandu out of Toronto, Canada, into the Blue Dragon lineup now. To feed down the low blocks, Nick Sketches with the soft hook up and good. Tell you what, when Nick can get inside like that, he can be a weapon with a little soft hook. At 7-2, Towers above everybody.
Dragons have scored 6 straight to tie it at 10.
Locked up at 10 apiece. Dribble penetration from the free throw line. Basket good. Jumper up and good by Andrews. You said it earlier. He picked up that cheap foul early on. They're going to need him in the lineup. 12-10 ball game. Pratt back on top. Here's Bandu. Here's Sketchix. Shoots and scores.
Got to the top of the key that time.
12-12 tie. We're all locked up. 12 apiece. 15 minutes to go in the half. Ball outside now, Stafford. Little give and go. Left side, jumper up and on its way by Banks. Not there. Sketchix with the rebound. Long pass to Bandu. He catches it. He head fakes, wraps it around, puts it up, misses it. But a foul had been called underneath. Boy, I think that one maybe had a chance at going, but Justin came down and skied on it. Foul's going to be called on Banks.
It'll be his second.
J.J. Rhymes will check back into the ball game, and coming in for the first time will be Kai Mitchell for the Blue Dragons. Mitchell, guard out of Haverstraw, New York. So at the line will be Bandu in the act of shooting. Free throw toss is up and good. Now the Blue Dragons, Samaje Haynes-Jones will check out. Rhymes into the contest. Bandu.
Scoreboard hasn't registered the points yet.
Not yet. 13-12. Blue Dragons. There it goes. Gotta shoot a second one.
First lead for Hutchinson.
Free throws up and good. Got them both. I think his shot maybe had a chance to go in there, but the foul had been called and waved it off. So the lead is 2 for Hutch now. Here's the Pratt Beavers. Wilson. They'll hold it high. They'll back it up a little bit. They'll reset
Dawson
the offense.
Gunner in there. He's a little guy, 5'8".
Yeah, Gunner gave it up. Outside, jumper by Andrews, not there. Tipped underneath is between Rhymes and Sketches, got locked up, and Andrews is able to score it.
He already has 8.
Tied up at 14 apiece. Blue Dragons had that rebound, just got away from him. We go the other way, and Conley can't score. Here come the Pratt Beavers. Gunner will bring it up. Dawson Gunner out of Wichita. Layup up and good by Dawson Gunner, and the Blue Dragons win a timeout. 16-14, Pratt up by 2 with 13:57 to go in the half. We'll take a half-minute break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
We are playing not much defense. Well, the Blue Dragons scoring a lot of points, but they're not getting much done on the defensive end as the Pratt Beavers capitalizing on some good offensive board work. 7 out of 12, 58% so far, and a 2-point lead.
Hutchinson basketball down by 2. 13:55 remaining to go in this first half of play. Ball on the outside. J.J. Rhymes over to Shakur Justin. Justin back to Rhymes. Rhymes dribble penetrates, puts the ball up, draws the foul, and he'll have to earn his points at the foul stripe as the shot did not go. Brooks will pick up the personal. He's number 15 out there out of Girard, Kansas. 6'2" guard, freshman. J.J. Rhymes, free throw toss is up and good.
70% at the free throw line on the year. Just about what the Dragons average as a team.
Second toss is up and good. We're tied again at 16 all. 16 apiece from the 2 free throws from J.J. Rhymes. Quickly up the court comes Gunner. Back outside now, into the hands, they go to Bell. Bell had it, Gunner gets it back. Right side back over to Bell again. Dribble penetrates, takes it inside. Kicks it to the big man outside, that's Leedy, Matthew Leedy. Out of Conway Springs, jumper up, not there. Leedy with the rebound, kicks it back to Gunner. Pratt with a new possession. They'll drive and float one on its way up and good. Nice job by Dominique Bell. From Houston, Texas, gives the Pratt the lead again, 18-16. Tip try up there and finally back up and in off the missed shot put up by Houston was Bandu. 18-18 tie. 12:47 to go in this first half of play. I'll drop it down the low blocks underneath. Shot up, and a foul's going to be called. Andrews will go to the line. And Steve Eck talking to Houston. Houston picks up the personal. That'll be his first.
First on the Dragons.
At the line will be Devon Andrews, freshman guard out of Lorain, Ohio. Free throw toss is up and good by the Pratt Beavers. Beavers got a nice win over Dodge City the other day.
Yeah, they did. Dodge City's pretty good on their home floor.
Salnuhu will check into the contest. By the way, Dodge City leading Coffeyville now at halftime, 34-31. That's down in Coffeyville.
Andrews, a chance to be the first player in the game to reach 10 points if he hits this free throw. And it's taken him just over 7 minutes to do it.
Trying to give his Pratt Beavers a 2-point lead, and he does. So 2018, the Pratt Beavers leader. Here's Samaje Haynes-Jones. Accelerates, kicks it right. Bantu. Over in the corner now to Salnuhu, who's into the lineup out of the Bronx, New York. Kai Mitchell underneath. Layup up and good. Nice job by Bantu. I like that kid.
Nice pass from Mitchell.
All right, ball on the outside. They'll reset the offense. Over to Brooks in the corner. He'll gun it on its way and hit it. Big three ball by Brooks. Brooks out of Girard, Kansas, knocks that one down. Go the other way. Samaje shoots and misses. Rebound's going to be cleared away off the Haynes-Jones miss. Here comes the Pratt Beavers. They'll gun another one. Gunner hits a three. Back-to-back threes by the Pratt Beavers have given them a 25-20 lead now with 11:44 to go in the half.
Now the Dragons need to resist the temptation to go down and shoot threes.
Bandu on the outside with the basketball. They'll flash it out high to Samaje. Slips in and out of his hands. Here comes Andrews. All the way down. Andrews, layup good. What a nice pass by Brooks, and all of a sudden an 8-0 run by the Pratt Beavers has given the Beavers a 27-20 lead over the Blue Dragons of Hutchinson with 11:25 to go in this first half of play. A 30-second break taking place on the floor. We'll get a break in as well. We'll be back with more from the Pratt Beaver Dome in 30 seconds.
Steve. Well, the Blue Dragons have run into a red-hot shooting Pratt team, some of it because of lack of Blue Dragon defense, some of it just outstanding Pratt offense. Hutchinson trails by 7.
All right, with the basketball, the Blue Dragons underneath. Salnuhu wraps around and puts it up and in. That breaks a long run, or quite a bit of a run by the Pratt Beavers.
And that's Hutchinson's game, not far and away from three-point land.
If you get them, you can hit them, but at the same time, they need to try to go inside. They'll kick a ball in the outer perimeter. Brooks tucks it for a second, back outside now. They'll drive baseline, foul call. They're going to get it on Kai Mitchell.
Won't result in free throws, I don't think. First foul on Kai.
Inbounding will be left side baseline, will be Gunter. gets set to do the inbounding. Holds it high, kicks it out, ball just about stolen away by J.J. Rhymes. Back to Andrews, underneath they go, foul called. If it's on Mitchell, it's his second. It could be on Nuhu. Nope, it's on Mitchell. That'll be his second personal. And
he thought he had all ball.
Nick Sketchix would check back in, and Kai Mitchell will take a seat.
Guy scratching his head. I think he honestly thought he had totally basketball. So did Steve Eck.
At the line will be Andrews. Free throws up and missing. And he'll shoot the second one.
Sketchich in. The immediate problem for the Dragons, find a way to slow down Mr. Andrews, who has already scored 12 and has a free throw coming.
Andrews' free throw toss is up and good. Got that one down as well. So 28-22 now. Dragons trail it by 6. Here comes Bandu. Back outside to Rhymes. Rhymes into the paint, puts it up and scores it. He's got a great touch with the basketball. That one was not pure, but it bounced twice and dropped down and through. That's that lead down to 4 now. Blue Dragons within striking range of the Pratt Beavers. Here's Andrews across the middle, kicks it back outside. Oh, Bell thought about it. Now to Andrews around the horn of Gunter. He dips and dives inside. Ball knocked away in the corner. Can't handle it. Turnover. Brooks couldn't get to the basketball.
That is just the second turnover of the game on the Beavers. They have played some remarkably good basketball so far.
10:05 to go. We owe you immediate timeout. Next dead ball whistle, you'll get it. Conley into the forecourt. They'll bring it. Nick Sketchings. Boy, thought about it. Back outside Bandu. Underneath, wraparound, shot doesn't go. Trying to get the rebound away with Sal Nuhu, and Letty was able to come out with it. No Reed-Agidi offense. There's Pratt. Gunner all the way through. Layup good. Got around the big man, and Nick couldn't get over to block it. Hines is going to check in. 30-24. The lead is 6. 9:33 to go in the first half of play. Well, you immediate timeout. We're under 10 now. Conley. J.J. Rhymes. Dribble penetrates. Right side baseline. Gets it away to Sketchix, and a reach-in foul called. And Sketchix kind of going at it with one of the players. And there's going to be 2 warnings or maybe even ejections.
All right, let's let the official. They're sending the players over to their coaches right now, and the officials will sort out what just happened.
Nick Sketchix went for the ball hard on the baseline. A foul was called underneath. But as the referees were making the call, then a little ruckus broke out. And I think there's going to be immediate timeout on top of all this, but we're going to keep it here to sort this out as Steve Eck waits for the decision on the.
Steve Eck right now not very happy with his big man. Told him to sit on the bench and stay there. Now the officials trying to decide whether this merits more than the action they've already taken. They're talking about it. The bad thing about an ejection it would cause you to miss the next game.
It certainly would be. It certainly would, which the next game be against Coffeyville. And the fact is, you just can't react. And they're going to come over to the table now and make their verdict. And referees talking to the score table. We'll let Rusty over here. Foul was called underneath, and now they call both coaches to explain their decision.
32 has gotten a foul. The question is,
they put it on Nick. That'll be his first. They're still sorting through everything at the table, and we'll try to see what's going to happen. As Cortland Carney's over in the huddle, starting to do the coaching as Steve Eck is out at the score table along with the head coach Max Good of the Pratt Beavers. Beavers lead it by 6 at 30-24. Now I want to see if they did any ejecting or not. All right, now we're having it explained. Okay, 35 left the bench. Devin Marsh left the bench, so he has been kicked out. Now it's going to be a media timeout. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll come back and sort all this out. 9:20 to go in the first half of play. Dragons trail by 6. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Rarely has a media timeout come at a more appropriate spot. Both teams needing to cool down a little bit. We know that Devin Marsh has been ejected for leaving the bench. That is something you cannot do. What other consequences there are remains to be seen.
Sketching's picked up the... Okay, the original foul was called on Dawson Gunn. And a technical was assessed on Sketches for his first personal because the way he reacted to that. And off the bench came Marsh.
And Marsh ejected also picks up a technical. So 2 technicals and a common foul. So we're going to shoot free throws for a while.
And plus the ejection. So at the line now will be Jalen Wilson, redshirt freshman guard for the Pratt Beavers to shoot free throws. Free throws up and good.
These are technicals.
Let's shoot a second one. Free throws up and missing.
1 of 2. Now Hutchinson should shoot technicals at the other end.
And they're not going to.
So evidently no free throws on the ejection. Hutchinson will get the basketball.
No, Pratt will get the
basketball.
Ball comes into the Pratt Beavers. What was missing was he wasn't in the act of shooting. I'm going to say Sketchage would have shot because he was fouled. Here's the alley-oop underneath, missing on the alley-oop by Bell. Blue Dragons get a break, and Hutchinson will bring it up, down by 7. Ball on the outside. Poppy Conley with the basketball. Steve Eck really stern during the media timeout, talking to his team to say.
Talking about sharing the basketball.
Here's a spin move by Justin. Basket good by Justin. He's able to get it up and in. 31-26. Dragons cut it down to a 5-point lead. Pratt went on that 8-0 run. Well, there's a hard pick. Here we go the other way, and Gunner will score it.
This little guy at 5'8" against a Dragon big man has eaten him up with 9, and Poppy Conley's hurt.
Yep, really took a hard screen check, and he's going to check out, and the trainer's going to come over.
They're going to look at ribs.
Yeah,
that's potentially serious.
He really got walloped, and they're going to have to substitute. Ryan's back in there, Hines in there, and the Blue Dragons will have the basketball down 33-26. Ball on the outside, Rhymes over to right. Here's Bandu. Samaji gets it down low to Rhymes. Rhymes holds the ball, dribble penetrates, takes it up strong, misses the jam. Rebound's going to be cleared out by the Pratt Beavers. Beavers on the roll. They'll bring it up and back it in a little bit. Wilson, dribble penetration down low underneath Bell, wraps it around, gives it off to underneath to Leedy, and a foul's going to be called underneath.
I think they're going to get Letty.
Touched. Letty, yeah. They're going to get him over the back. Letty will pick up his first. And it'll be 1-on-1 time for the Blue Dragons. So Hutchinson will walk down and shoot free throws. We'll check on Poppy Conley when we can. He went straight to the tunnel along with Ryan.
Yeah, he didn't even come to the bench. And I hate to say it, but I think that could very well be ribs because he just ran. It was like running full speed into a pillar.
Houston will shoot free throws for the Blue Dragons. Free throw toss is off. It's marked no good. Rebound by Letty underneath. And the Pratt Beavers. Long pass down court. They'll get it in the hands of Wilson. Goes back outside to Gunter. And all this is done against the Pratt Beavers saying, hey, we can play with these guys with 7:38 to go. We've got a 33-26 lead.
They demonstrated for 12 and a half minutes they can.
Dribble penetration, ball on the outside. Bell steps in, shoots it on its way and hits it. Big basket by Bell. Poppy Conley is back out. Although Ryan Hilty's carrying his glasses with him. And the ball knocked away in the corner will be Blue Dragon basketball. At
foul
the foul
call.
stripe, yep.
Second foul on Gunter. Dragons down 9. They trailed by 10 late in the first half last time out. Came back to win.
Poppy's holding his head, Rusty. He could have been walloped in the face. So if that's the case, might be a little concussion protocol possibly. Here comes the substitution. Andrews to check into the lineup. At the line will be J.J. Rhymes. Free throw toss up and good. Got the first one down. He'll shoot the second one. 7:16 to go in the half. Dragons trail at 35-27. Fatir Hines is going to be pressed into some playing time here. The missed shot, ball knocked away, and last touched out of bounds by Houston. Fatir Hines out of Newark, New Jersey will get some playing time here. Conley on the bench with his glasses off, however. Doesn't look like he feels very good. Here, dribble drive on the outside. Pratt will set up the offense. There's James Brook. He had a big three a little while ago. Here's Bell. He'll kick it corner left. The three ball by Andrews. Offense mark no good. Houston high for the rebound. Blue Dragons will bring it up. Underneath they go. Basket by Bantu. Bantu with the basket to make it 35-29. Dragons trying to cut back into that lead. Ball knocked away. Last touched out of bounds off of Hines.
Again, the problem for Hutchinson this season rarely has been scoring points. Occasionally it has been getting defensive stops.
Here comes the inbound. Pratt Beavers trying to kick it in. They will. They'll get it all the way back out near midcourt. Devon Andrews with the basketball. What a player he is. Right side with it.
Now they want to spread the floor a little.
Yep. Wilson has it. Shot clock at 11 now. Hines comes out defensively. Now they give it up to Bell. He'll palm the basketball. Traveled. All right, with the basketball will be the Blue Dragons. Barton has rallied back in the second half now. The lead 46-42 down at Great Bend over Butler. There's some good games going on in the league tonight. Right here, Dragons with their hands full. 35-29, they trail it. Inside they go to Houston. Basket good. Houston trying to take over this game. Pulls his Dragons within 4. 35-31 Pratt. Under 6 to go in the first half. Here's Brooks on the outside. Bandu playing good defense on him. Here they'll step up. Andrews will gun it up and hit it.
Boy, is he a player. He has 15.
The lead is 6. 37-31, Pratt Beavers. Blue Dragons drive it in. Samaji Haynes-Jones puts it up and in. All right, here we go the other way, and with it is Wilson. Back outside, Bell. They'll gun and miss. Rebound, Houston had a good look, didn't get it to fall. Here comes the Blue Dragons with the ball, trying to cut into that 4-point lead. Ball, Bandu squares, shoots it on its way, rimming off, no good. Houston towers for the rebound, or check that, it was Hines, and a foul called, and Hines can earn him at the line. Pratt Beavers will substitute, so will the Blue Dragons as Tyler Cotton's getting checked to come in. Tyler out of freshman, a guard out of Wichita. Foul was charged against Andrews. That's his second. Hines, free throw toss, offense mark, no good.
Dragons are 5 of 9 free throwing.
Patir Hines.
Free throwing has been a sometime problem for the Dragons, who hit less than 70% as a team.
Free throw toss, this one's missing. Rebound, Houston underneath, basket good. So he got the two that the free throws missed by Hines, put back up and in, and it's a 2-point ball game, 37-35 with 5 to go in this first half. Ball on the outside. There's the Pratt Beavers. Wilson, a foul away from the play. Got a hold on Hines. And Steve Eck comes out to question the call. Hines will pick up his first. He'll take a seat on the bench. Blue Dragons substitute. Substitutions in for Pratt as well as Reed Steffens checks in. A couple other faces in there. Jumper up from outside, a three-pointer by Andrews doesn't go. Loose basketball ran down by the Pratt Beavers. Stevens got to it. So they'll get a fresh possession with 4:40 to go. They'll whip it over on the right side. Here's Wilson. Wilson will isolate on Tyler Cotton. The feed down low inside. Andrews wrap around too hard. Rebound, Houston sucks it up. Here comes J.J. Rhymes. Rhymes all the way in, puts it up and scores it. We're tied at 37 with 4:19 to go. Here quickly comes Andrews down underneath, not there. Houston rebound. Blue Dragons on the run. They have a 4-on-3. Tyler Cotton trying to get to the basketball. Finally over it goes to Samaji. He'll drive down. Too far under. Houston wrap around, not there. Gets his own rebound. Head face goes up strong and scores it. What a shot by Houston. Battle on the board.
Right now, Houston is a man on a mission. I have never seen better effort for 2 minutes than we see
he
from
worked
him.
hard to get the first shot, missed it, went back and got that one, and then was fouled. And boy, did he put it up and in. Dragons up on top, 39-37. Sorry I slugged you.
I'm gonna have to put in for workman's comp. You better warn Mark in the morning.
39-37, Blue Dragons. Houston playing like a man possessed out there. Of course, want to say hi to his mom back home as well. Free throws up and good by Shakur Houston back in Newark. 40-37, Blue Dragons. Double penetration by Banks. Brad knows they're in this one. They're going to play him hard. Jumper from the outside by Stevens. 3 ball's good.
Well, they're shooting the 3 well.
Reed Stevens out of Stockton, Kansas. Knocked that one down. 40-40 tie. 3:39 to go in his first half of play. Corner right to Nuhu. Back outside to Samaji Haynes-Jones. Tyler Cotton. Cotton over to Nuhu. Back outside Houston. Isolates. Goes up. Shoots it on its way. Scores it.
That one from deep. About a 17-footer.
42-40 Hutchinson. 3:18 to go in his first half of play. Pratt will slow it down a little bit on the outside. That's B.J. Banks. They'll want to get in a half-court set. Stevens gathers it. Illegal pick. Illegal screen set.
That's the second on Goncalves.
Goncalves, the freshman out of Brockton, Massachusetts. So the Blue Dragons will have it with a 2-point lead. Back in his bell. Goncalves will take a seat. Here comes the Blue Dragons facing a little bit of token pressure in the backcourt. Samaje Haynes-Jones. Try to check the condition of Poppy Conley. He's got his glasses on at least now. Feed down low underneath Sal Nuhu. Basket good by Nuhu. Nice job of finishing by Big Sal. Ball on the outside. Dribble penetration. Jumper up and good.
Floater scored by A.J. Banks.
So 2:36 to go. Pratt pulls it within 2. We're in the first half of play, 44-42. High flying first half. Travel call on the Blue Dragons, J.J. Rhymes. So here comes Bandu back in the lineup. J.J. will get a break with 2:30 to go.
Well, we knew it was going to be an offensive game, and it certainly hasn't disappointed thus far.
2:30 remaining to go in his first half of play. Pratt will bring it up. A.J. Banks, the freshman guard, across the half court. Goes left side in the hands of Wilson. One bounce of the ball, back out top. Bell gets it back again to Banks. Banks dribble penetrates, kicks the corner left. His three-point shot is good from the corner by Wilson. He's out of Moore, Oklahoma, just outside of Oklahoma City. Knocks it down and give Pratt the lead again, 45-44. Blue Dragons, Houston, nice in between two players, kicks it back. Tyler Cotton doesn't get it. Rebound's going to be cleared away. Cotton on the miss. Here comes Wilson again. Wilson on the outside, got to stick with him like glue. Jumper up and good. 5 unanswered points by Wilson. Kind of schooling Samaji right there. 47-44 now. 5 unanswered points by the Pratt Beavers. And the Dragons just about turn it over, but it sails out of bounds. Last touch by Bell. So the Blue Dragons will inbound. Hutchinson basketball. Here comes the inbound. Over to Houston. Just about tossed into the backcourt, but saved by Cotton. Blue Dragons get it back. Houston has it. Isolating is Bandu. Floating, shooting, missing. Rebound. Houston falls down, kicks it out. Here's Cotton back underneath the Nuhu. Nuhu runs it down, wraps it around, puts it up, and scores it! Oh!
And a foul.
Give Houston credit, too. He had it underneath and kicked it out to Cotton. With a minute and 18 to go, Dragons pull it within one at 47-46. Did they count that basket yet?
They did. They did.
All right, a minute and 18 remaining in this first half of play. Chance for Nuhu to tie here. Nuhu takes his time. Deep knee bend. Here's the toss. It's good. We're tied at 47. 1:18 to go in the half. 47-47 all. High scoring first half of play by both teams. Ball on the outside. Wilson missing. Rebound Nuhu. Dragons have an opportunity now with a minute and 5 to go. Here's Houston back inside. Wrapping it around. Double dribble is going to be called on J.J. Rhymes. Rhymes having a tough game. Turns the ball over. 1 minute to go in the contest, first half of play. J.J. was getting ready to go up with it and evidently stuttered a little bit, and they called a travel call or double dribbles. Wilson back outside. Bell touched it over to Banks. Banks on the dribble now. Down the left of the lane, shoots and scores it.
Boy, they've got some good shooters.
49-47. They're dangerous on their home court. Here's Bandu. Dragons trail by 2. 36 seconds to go in the half. Outside to Houston. He'll drive it in and tie it up at 49. Boy, he's having a half. The timeout's going to be taken.
13 points, and he might have double-digit rebounds
Certainly
already.
might. 49-49. We're going to take a quick half-minute break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
How many rebounds does Houston have?
Yeah, 49-49 tie with 27.6 to go in the half.
How about these numbers? Shakur Houston, first half, 15 points, 11 rebounds.
Double-double already.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
But the Dragons haven't proved anything. Tie game.
49-49 tie. With the basketball is Wilson. He'll wave everybody down. Shot clock is dark, so they can work for the last possession, work for the last... the Pratt Beavers, can work for the last shot. Wilson playing catch with Banks way out front. Dragons extended defense. Here they're going to drive out. They'll kick it left, jumper up. Not yet. Now it's on its way. It's off, no good, and halftime is here. Blue Dragons might have dodged a bullet right there. Sal Nuhu released to go double team. It ends up being 49-49 at the half. We will take a 2-minute timeout. Get set to talk about this ball game, the Medicine Shop in-game capsule. We'll be back with more coming your way from the Pratt Beaver Dome in 2 minutes. Well, we're at halftime. Your score, 49-49 at intermission. The Pratt Beavers putting it on the Blue Dragons and really making it hard to get things done. Poppy Conley, we're not sure of his status. He went out with an injury. He was seen sitting on the bench with at least his glasses on. And we're going to speculate if we think we'll see him in the second half or not. Blue Dragons were able to battle back after a little run in the 20s by the Pratt Beavers. They tied it 49-49 at halftime. We're all locked up. It's time for the Medicine Shop in-game capsule, brought to you by the Little White Castle at 14th and Main. Here's Rusty Hills.
Well, the Medicine Shop wonders whether you get tired of a whole bunch of trips to the drugstore. The Hutchinson Medicine Shop has the answer if you do. They call it MedSync. They'll work it out so you can get all of your medications at the same time each month. Why not make one trip to the Medicine Shop instead of more than that? The Medicine Shop calls it MedSync. I call it handy. No hassle. Prescription shopping at the Medicine Shop. You'll find it at 14th and Main in Midtown Hutchinson. Both these teams are red hot. The Blue Dragons shooting 57% in the first half, 56% shooting for the Pratt Beavers. There were not very many missed shots. Hutchinson didn't make any three-pointers. Pratt made 5. That's enabled the Beavers to stay with the Blue Dragons. Hutch 7 of 12, free throwing not particularly good. Pratt 4 of 6. Rebounding is a push, 17 rebounds each. The Dragons with 3 turnovers, Pratt with 5. Pretty even statistics. Shakur Justin, a man inspired over the last 7 minutes of that first half, wound up the half with 15 points and 11 rebounds. J.J. Rhymes scored 11. 8 points for Devontae Bandu. Nick Shekic with 6. 7 points for Sal Nuhu. And the remaining points from the Blue Dragons came from Samaje Haynes-Jones with just a single basket. Poppy Conley, injured in that first half, did not score. Also playing Kai Mitchell, Tyler Cotton, Fatir Hines didn't add to the Dragon point total. So 15 for Shakur leading the Dragons, 15 for Devon Andrews leading the Pratt Beavers, 10 points for A.J. Banks, Scoring 9 was a little guy, 5'8" freshman Dawson Gunter. Jalen Wilson had 6. 4 points for Dominic Bell, 3 for Reed Stevens, and 2 for James Brooks. When you add it all up, it's 49 apiece. It has been an especially good basketball game. Half of it still to follow. 49-49, Hutchinson and Pratt. Blue Dragons trying to get win number 20. We'll be back in 2 minutes. These guys are amazing.
They were on a couple TV shows, I know.
Look at that. This is as good a halftime as I've ever seen. We ought to get them in the arena. That's well, we just witnessed an amazing halftime
The honor
show.
roll.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, there were 5 young men, I would say, early 20s, all of them on roller skates at half court, putting on a show, doing things on roller skates that I could only dream of doing on 2 feet.
They had been on America's Got Talent, so they are very talented young men. And again, that's known as the Honor Roll Skate Crew. If you want to look them up, you sure can, because they certainly did put on a nice little show here at halftime. Blue Dragons put on a show in the first half, as did the Pratt Beavers. We're all locked up at 49-49 apiece. Let's just check some other scores. A final now. Dodge City defeated Coffeyville. That game has gone final now, 75-71. So Coffeyville will come into the sports arena and the men's side with a loss. The girls got a win because they had a forfeit from Dodge City, 2-0. But the guys end up dropping that contest to have a score of 75-71. Butler and Barton locked up in a good one. Butler on top now with 6:39 to go. Butler on top of Barton, 65-61. That's in the second half of play. So Barton, who has been in second place, chance for Butler to, actually a chance for Dodge to sneak into second place if that Butler score is able to stay on top of the Barton Cougars.
Well, there are a couple of interesting things happening at the NCAA level. First of all, we always like to look for upsets. There certainly was a big one as Georgia Tech just put a pounding on number 6 Florida State, 78-56 in men's NCAA basketball. Also a final, number 16 Creighton is hammered by Georgetown, 71-51. Florida, number 25, leads LSU, 44-27, no surprise there. 26-19, it is Butler, number 11 over Seton Hall. That's a halftime score. And in a game of significance in the Big 12, Texas Tech and Baylor have a good one going. Baylor playing at home leads Texas Tech by just 4 with 4 minutes to play. So lots of things going on at that level as well.
Going to be some shakeups in the Jayhawk Conference, not the Jayhawk Conference, in the in the NCAA conference with all the upsets that are happening.
Yeah,
so
your new number one will be Louisville, as
Yep.
1, 3, and 4 lost. Louisville won on the road by 55. I think they deserve it.
let's get a 2-minute timeout. Blue Dragons already out shooting around and warming up. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more coming your way. 2-minute timeout coming your way. We're tied at 49. Back after this.
I'm guessing concussion or
0 can.
he do not like so much.
78-73. I was wrong on the score. 78-73 the final. I was wrong on the score.
Any others that are finals yet?
Not. Which one? The Barton one? No, there's several minutes to go in the Barton one. That's
one.
Saturday night. That's Saturday night.
There's one down here.
That's last week. That's the 23rd.
Okay. All right.
Dodge at Coffeyville's final. 78-73 Dodge. 6 minutes to go in that one.
Okay. Well, both teams back out on the floor right now. We are looking for Poppy Conley. He is not on the Dragon bench. He is not on the floor. So he obviously still in the locker room, and I'm going to see what I can find out. Not sure what Ryan Hildy can tell me, but I'm going to check.
All righty, and I'll check some other scores here to take a look at. Got a good one going down in Great Bend as Butler continues to lead, but only by about 3, 68-65, with 5 minutes remaining to go in that contest. Butler on top. Cloud tied it up with Seward now, 40-40 all with 2 minutes to go in the ball game. That's up in Concordia. And Dodge City was able to hang on and get a win down at Coffeyville. Your final score from down there, 78-73. Dodge City now, if Butler can knock off Barton, Dodge City would be in second place in the conference, as it kind of became a one-man run to some extent. A one-team race, that is, with the Blue Dragons having a 4-game lead. But anyway, that's what we are looking for right now to see what is taking place. So 49-49 tie with 1:50 remaining to go at halftime right now. So the Blue Dragons warming up, as are the Pratt Beavers. We're going to take a 1-minute break, get set for the second half of play. Rusty trying to check and see about Poppy Conley. We'll be back with more coming your way for the second half in 60 seconds. Is he done for tonight? Thank you. Appreciate that. Steve says he's done for tonight, so. Huh? Yeah. Precautionary probably. Okay, he won't. Yeah, he won't tell you anything. That's. Yeah, it's that HIPAA. That's what it is. Winkle wouldn't tell me nothing in football and sidelines. I had to go find out myself. Huh? Who? No, Poppy? Nuh-uh. No.
.49 basketball game. We're ready to go with the second half. This is the second tight game in a row the Blue Dragons have had at halftime. Last time out, they trailed by 5 at the halftime break. Here, both teams shooting the basketball so extremely well. The question is going to be, I suspect, can one of these teams establish a little bit of defense and build an edge?
And Coach Eck, during that timeout, also told me, and you went down and checked with the training staff, Poppy Conley will not return in the second half of play. He's going to probably be fine, but just let him sit out safely. He took a shot. I think you're right about the ribs as well as the head.
He's not on the bench.
He's not on the bench,
room.
He is in the locker room. So
Pratt opens a half with a basketball.
All right, the feed down underneath. Wraparound shot is up and good.
Alley-oop to Devin Andrews.
Andrews able to score it. Here we go down the other way. Pratt's on top, and a foul called, and will not send anybody to the line. It's on the floor.
Interesting, Lou. It is the third foul on Devin Andrews. That's a big foul.
Pass comes in to Samaje Haynes-Jones down low underneath. And a back and an offensive foul called on JJ. He backed it in on the defender. They're saying use the elbow to push off. So JJ will pick up the personal.
First foul on JJ.
And a baseline violation on the Pratt Beavers.
Carelessly stepping over the end line, throwing it in.
So that turnover will feed it back to the Blue Dragons. On JJ, by the way, that was only his first foul. Here comes the inbounds, driving to the basket hard, and a foul called.
Houston will go to the line to shoot 2.
Shakur just played tremendous in that first half of play.
And that is the third foul on Goncalves. So Pratt, 2 players with 3 fouls here early.
Free throw tossed, up and missing by Houston. He'll get a second one. 51-49, a chance to pull within 1 here with a free throw here by Shakur Houston, who already has a double-double and actually did way before halftime. He'll shoot this one. Free throw toss is up and off, no good. And they're going to call over and back anyway. He went over the line to throw hop. So it would not have counted even if it went in. It will be Pratt Beaver basketball. So the Dragons not able to take advantage.
It goes as a turnover, though, instead of a missed free throw. So either way, a wasted opportunity.
Exactly. Here up the court will come Banks. Over to Brooks. Back out top of the key. Work it to Wilson. He'll drive in, floats in, puts it up, misses it. Rebound. Sketchich covers up. Big Nick comes up with the rebound. Here comes Samaje Haynes-Jones. They drop it down low to Houston. Houston backs in. Turnaround basket up and good by Houston.
17 points for Houston.
51-51 tie. This game has been tied a bunch. A total of 11 times now. Feed down low, wraparound basket. Good by Bell. The Dragons are getting beaten in low blocks. 53-51. Pratt, the turnover is in and out of Sketch's hands.
Dragons with 3 quick turnovers here in the second half.
53-51, Pratt Beavers. They'll bring it up the court. Top side now, Bell on the outer perimeter. They'll jump it up and on its way and hit a 3. Banks with a 3 from the outside. This is much like they did when the Dragons made a run and tied it at 20, and then all of a sudden Pratt took off on a run. Up by 5.
Unlike last week when the Dragons came out, took control early in the second half, this one's so far gone Pratt's way.
Houston up and in. Houston's able to put it up and in. Pulls the Dragons within 3 at 56-53.
Pratt has no answers for Shakur.
Beaver basketball. They'll drive it to the rack, put it up and in. A.J. Banks just peels out the top, and Steve Eck wins the timeout. Coach Eck's going to call a full 1-minute break. 18:01 to go in the contest. Dragons trail by 5, 58-53. We'll be back in 1 minute.
If the Dragons are going to win this game, and it's been a long time since I've said if they're going to win this game, they must improve defensively.
Bandu back in the lineup now. Ball on the outside. Feed down low to Shakur Justin. He'll get position and a foul called. Get a nice head fake. Is it Bell up in the air? Dominic Bell. Yep, that sophomore forward out of Houston up in the air. And he'll pick up the personal.
Now the question, can Shakur make a free throw? He is but 1 of 5 at the free throw line.
All right, free throw toss is up and good by Shakur.
Excuse me, it's Kai Mitchell.
Oh, Kai Mitchell, Kai Mitchell at the line. Free throw toss is up and good.
He got them both.
Pulls the Dragons within 3. 17:43 to go in the ball game. We're in the second half already. Feed down the low blocks. There's Bell. Goes baseline. Kicks it back outside. Ball picked. Pocket picked. Outlet to Bandu. He'll take it to the rack strong and draws the foul. Foul's going to be on Brooks. Boy, nice job of getting the ball out of there and picking the pocket of the Pratt Beavers. 17.5 to go, 58-55. Dragons trail by 3. At the line will be Bandu. Bandu's free throw is up and good. So Bandu is able to strip the cords, pulls them within 2, 58-56 your score. Dragons trail it. Bandu gets them both. Tell you what, he's the best 6-man coming off the bench, plays well. Here's Pratt with the basketball and a 1-point lead now. Bell on the outside, drives inside. They're attacking, taking it inside, not there. Tip try, not there. Loose basketball picked up by the Pratt Beavers. They'll keep it alive. Several opportunities and a foul. As the ball does not go, they're going to say it in the act of shooting. It hit the top of the support. And it will be inbounded.
Foul was on whom?
Bandu. That'll be his first. Brooks gets the pass in. Underneath they go. They'll head fake, go up and miss it. Rebound cleared out there by Kai Mitchell off the missed shot put up by Stafford. Hutchison. Rhymes, dribble penetrates, bounces inside, puts it up in the end. Dragons lead it now 59-58. J.J. Rhymes, another put back up and in by Bandu. The steal by Bandu and the basket by Bandu. 61-58. Timeout's going to be taken by Max Good. Boy, is he upset with his team. 16:43 to go in this ball game. Dragons lead it by 3, 61-58. We will be back in 1 minute. How old are those old clocks on the outside up there? Those old gym clocks on the outside in between the two signs? 5 after 9, those are old. They're not even lit up.
Once trailing 58-51, the Dragons now lead 61-58. It is a 10-0 spurt for Hutchinson.
And nice heads-up play by Bandu to get the putback up and in after the basket by the Blue Dragons. Got the steal and the putback up. 61-58. Hutchinson his lead is 3.
Well, it is a game of runs, particularly when you have two teams as good offensively as these teams are. But we saw the Dragons make 2 or 3 really good defensive plays, and at the moment that seems to have turned the tide Hutchinson's direction.
Now, one player is going to have to to 4 for the Pratt Beavers, and that would be Bell.
Because they'd already marked the ball ready for play.
Yep. Here comes the inbound. Banks works on Bandu. Bandu across the timeline. 16:35 to go. Banks all the way around on the right elbow. Holds up, out top now they go to Wilson. Wilson trying to wave Banks underneath. Now he'll bring it out on top.
7 to shoot.
He'll take it left side of the lane, shoots it up, misses that rebound. Cleared out there by Samaje. Here comes Samaje Haynes-Jones. He'll lay it up and score it. What a soar to the basket by Samaje. And the Dragons lead it by 5, 63-58. Nice little run right here by the Blue Dragons. You talked about a game of runs. There you got one. Pratt will drive it on the right side all the way through to Brooks. He'll shoot the 3 ball. It's up and good. That cuts that lead in half. Actually down to 2, 63-61.
Really good 3-point shooting.
Samaje tries to answer, and he does. Samaje Haynes-Jones with back-to-back trips, back-to-back baskets, 65-61. Dragons up by 4. Clock at the 15.5-minute mark. Outside with it, Brooks. Here it comes quickly to Banks. He'll shoot it up, bouncing and away, no good. Rebound, Kai Mitchell. Long pass to Bandu. Bandu will take it on the floor, takes it up and scores it. Nice job by Kai Mitchell on a long assist to Bandu, and a timeout's going to be taken. Once again, Max Good really upset with his team. 15-13 to go in the contest. Dragons up by 6, 67-61. We'll return in a half second, 30-second timeout, a half minute. It's going to be quick if it's a half second.
At this time, I would also like to welcome the Pratt Huskers 12 and under boys basketball team. I'd like them to stand to be recognized in attendance for tonight's game and wish them good luck for the remainder of the season, and thank you for your continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pratt Huskers 12 and under.
Well, the Blue Dragons are in the midst of a 16-3 run. That is how you erase a 7-point deficit and replace it with a 6-point lead. Pratt staying in the game on the strength of outstanding 3-point shooting. The Beavers have made 7 of 12 from 3.
15-13 to go in the contest, second half of play, 67-61 Dragons. We were tied at 49-49 at halftime. Ball on the outside to Wilson. Wilson pulls it back away. Top of the key to go to Stafford. Back outside now. Into the ball game again is Gunner. He hadn't been in there for quite a while. Here's Brooks. We just knocked down the 3 a little while ago to Stafford.
5 to shoot.
There's Gunner. You know, he's probably going to take it and give it off to Stafford. He'll gun and hit. Boy, that one's a killer.
A long 2-pointer at the buzzer of the shot clock.
67-63. Lead is cut to 4. Blue Dragons lead. Here's Samaje Haynes-Jones on the dribble. Bounce pass inside to Kai Mitchell. Spins, shoots it up, misses it. Battle for the board, knocked away into the Blue Dragons' hands. Here's Rhymes. He'll knife in. Underneath it goes to Kai Mitchell. Turnover. Here comes Pratt. The Beavers down the court. They'll lay it up and miss it. Loose basketball picked up by Bandu. Bandu on the dribble. He'll bring it. He'll kick it left underneath. The wraparound basket does not go, but a foul is called.
Have you ever seen 2 teams get up and down the
No,
floor
they're
any quicker than
moving.
these are?
Came to a basketball game and a horse race turned out or something like that, something silly. It will be Shakur Houston to the line to shoot the free throw.
3rd foul on Stafford.
All right, 14:09 to go. Houston already with a double-double. Free throw toss is up and good. Kai Mitchell.
20th point.
Kai Mitchell wiping off his brow, wiping off his hands. Checking back in will be Tyler Cotton into the lineup. Free throw's up and good by Houston. Blows his kiss to the sky in honor of his deceased brother. The lead is 6 now. J.J. Rhymes will get a break. Tyler Cotton's going to get some time with the injury to James Conley. So he's back in there. Freshman out of Wichita. Good shooting guard. Ball on the outside. They'll drop it down low to Stafford. He'll loop underneath and goes up and hits the support. It'll be Blue Dragon basketball.
Tried to reverse it up and it lit on the top of the board.
kind of hard to do, even if you're planning on doing it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Here comes the inbound. Bandu has it in the backcourt. Passive pressure by Gunner. Devontae kicks it to Kai Mitchell. Mitchell works underneath, drives it around, wraps it up and in. He just schooled Letty. He just took him to class and made him sit in the corner, Rusty.
Yes, he did.
71-63, nice basket, nice move by Kai Mitchell. Feed down low, stolen away by Houston. Houston has Mitchell, the bounce pass to Mitchell. The right to the rack, it won't go. Rebound cleared by Bandu, and they'll keep it alive. Blue Dragons control the possession. Now shot clock, it did not hit iron, so it didn't get a fresh shot clock. Here's Tyler Cotton over to Kai Mitchell. Houston outside Bandu. Give him some room. He can pop it. He does from there. Misses it. Rebound fought for. Loose underneath. Picked up by the Pratt Beavers. And Bandu trying to wrap around and get a steal. Gets called for the personal foul.
His second.
Cortland Carney letting out a come on, as he knew those usually don't work out. 13:01 to go. Pratt Beavers inbound. They trail it to Dragons by 8. The largest lead for the Blue Dragons is 71-63 now by 8. Here's Brooks. Don't give him a look. He'll knock it down on you. Ball on the right side corner. Gunner steps up, loops it underneath to the big man. That's Letty. Basket good by Letty.
And that is the only way that Letty is going to hurt you.
Cuts the lead down to 6, 71-65, 12.5 to go. Samaja Haynes-Jones, right side to Cotton. Here's Kai Mitchell. Stops up, puts it on its way, missing it. Rebound cleared underneath by Stafford of Pratt. Pratt on the run. Here comes Gunner. Bounce pass comes out. Loose basketball for a second. Stafford runs it down, misses it. Rebound fought for inside to the Pratt Beavers. Stafford takes it up, misses it, but a foul called. And it will be the Pratt Beavers shooting a free throw. Houston on the block.
On Shakur, his second.
Yeah, that'll be his second. All right, let's check it here.
Stafford will shoot 2.
Free throw toss off its mark. At the line will be Stafford again. Rusty, you know who we have not seen? Devon Andrews in the ball game.
Yep, we haven't.
Free throws up and missing. The Blue Dragons will bring it out with a 6-point lead.
Not sure what that story is.
Sure
he got his third foul early in the half. That's probably it.
Ball on the outside. Here's Rhymes. Holds up on the dribble. Back, give and go. Back to Rhymes. JJ underneath. Basket good. Steve Eck wanting a foul. Didn't get the call. But JJ got the basket anyway. Back up by 8 of the Blue Dragons. Jumper up and on its way by Brooks. It's not there. The long rebound comes out to the Pratt Beavers. They'll crash the boards hard. Missed shots. Got Brooks with a basket up and good. James Brooks, excuse me.
He can play, can he?
Well, so far he has. Here's J.J. Rhymes, a 6-point Dragon lead. Feed into Kai Mitchell. He'll back in on the big man. Take it up strong. Not there.
That was Houston, actually.
He was Houston. Rebound's going to be cleared out. And here come the Pratt Beavers. Gunner drives in. Loops underneath. Comes all the way under. Foul called.
Houston for his third time.
So Shakur picks up his third. They'll send Sal Nuhu into the lineup. So Sal will check in out of the Bronx, New York. Nice article on Facebook on the St. John's webpage as well on Bashir Ahmed, who's a cousin of Sal Nuhu this last week. Player profile. Talked about the Red Storm. Free throw shot is up and missing by Letty.
He's not a good free throw shooter. Under 50%. Now back in there is Andrews with those 3 fouls.
All right, here comes the free throw by Letty. Oh, we have a lane violation. Basket's up and good, so it doesn't matter. As Letty hit the free throw, and it is a 5-point ball game, 73-68. Samaje Haynes-Jones fell into the lane. Ball on the outside. Samaje Haynes-Jones has it between the circles. He's got J.J. Rhymes on the elbow. Here he comes with it. J.J. between the leg dribble. Bounce pass, feed inside. Basket up and missing by Shakur. Or check that, Mitchell, and ball sails out of bounds. Last touched off of Mitchell.
That's the second time in this game the Dragons have missed a dunk.
The lead is 5 for the Blue Dragons with 10:42 to go.
Dragons with a team in there right now missing some of its key parts offensively.
No, up the court comes the Pratt Beavers. Ball on the outside. That's Andrews. Don't let him get hot. He'll wrap one around, miss it, gets his own rebound. Blocked by the Blue Dragons. Underneath, shot doesn't go, but a foul's called.
I tell you what, give Devon Andrews a world of credit. He really worked hard on that possession. A couple of offensive rebounds.
Mitchell with his third.
Now the Dragon foul problems are probably pretty close to equivalent to that of Pratt.
Sketchich will check in. He'll take Kai Mitchell's place. Free throw tosses up and missing by Andrews. That setting on the bench was maybe a good deal right there. Caused him to miss that one, the inactivity. Got the hot hand in the first half. Free throw tosses up, missed that one as well. Blue Dragons get the rebound and bring it up with a 5-point lead with 10:17 to go. We'll have a media timeout coming up in just a little bit. Blue Dragons will set up the offense. You got Tyler Cotton along with Sketchich back in there, and Nuhu playing. Beat out high to Sketchich, kicks it corner right, jumper three-pointer on its way, no good. Sketchich so high to get the rebound and battles for it. Sets it up, and they reset the offense now. Under 10 to go, media timeout coming your way, next dead ball whistle. Rhymes to Tyler Cotton. Right side drive, Samaje to the rack. Basket good by Samaje Haynes-Jones.
Underhand scoop with the left hand.
The lead back at 7 again, 75-68 for Hutchinson. Gunner on the outside. Whips it underneath, they go. Ball rejected by Nuhu. The rebound by Sketchich. Here comes the Blue Dragons. The drive, the wraparound. The basket is good by J.J. Rhymes. And a foul. Foul's going to be charged on Andrew Stafford. And a timeout's going to be taken, a media timeout. That is his fourth personal. We will take a 1-minute break. Dragons 77, Pratt 68. Starting to get a little separation. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Well, both coaches managing foul problems. Devin Andrews has 3 for Pratt. Marquise Gonsalves has 3. Andrew Stafford has 4 for the Blue Dragons. 3 fouls for Houston, 3 fouls for Kai Mitchell. Dragons continue to shoot the basketball very, very well. They are 58% now with a free throw coming for J.J. Rhymes. If successful, it would give Hutchinson its biggest lead of the game at 10.
The Dragons have clawed and fought their way back into this one and also to take the lead. And J.J. Rhymes gets the jersey all set, and they say he's okay. And he'll get set to shoot the free throw. Free throw toss is off its mark, no good. Rebound by the Pratt Beavers. So the score remains at 77-68. Off the court comes the Pratt Beavers. They'll lope it right, lip it right over to Wilson. Corner right to Andrews. He'll take one step in, goes up strong, and scores it.
He was guarded as well as you could guard him.
Sure was. That's that lead down to 7 now, 77-70. Ball on the outside. Here's Samaje Haynes-Jones daring to shoot it. He knocks down the 3.
First 3 of the night for a Blue Dragon.
He and Wilson have had a nice little one-on-one against each other. Again, Wilson out of Moore, Oklahoma. Ball knocked away, blocking foul call. They're going to get it on Sketchich, and his hands are straight up in the air, and Steve Eck can't believe it.
Yeah, I don't know about that call either.
He'll pick up the personal. It'll be his second. Was moving a little bit. That might have been what they indicated. And Steve's saying, can't you even move? And he was moving just a bit. At the line will be Andrews. Free throw toss is up and missing.
He has missed 3 in a row.
Sure has. All right, now he gets set to shoot the free throw. Andrews gets set, 8:39 to go. The lead is 10 for the Blue Dragons. Free throw toss is up and off. It's marked, no good. Nuhu there with the rebound. Blue Dragons have it, and he's went cold, which is a good time for the Blue Dragons for him to go cold. Here's Samaji's basketball. It goes to Rhymes, finds the seam, dribble penetrates, back to Sketchix. He'll square, shoot, missing. Rebound, Nuhu. He'll go up strong and draw the foul. Nuhu will step to the line to shoot the free throw.
We're seeing how athletic Sal Nuhu is.
He will get set. Nuhu takes his time, stretches the ball over to his back. Down to free throws up and good. Nice job by Nuhu. Starting to contribute a little bit. He's been big in this game. Big rebounds, and
he's extremely athletic.
Spins the ball, deep knee bend. Free throw toss is perfect. Nice form. 82-70 now. The Dragons up by 12 with 8:17 to go. Tyler Cotton locking it up now with number 5, Dawson Gunner. Feed back outside to drive to the basket. The foul called on Sketchich, and Steve Eck wanted a travel call, didn't get the call. Sketchich will pick up his 3rd. Here comes Houston. And Steve Eck upset with the call, or no call, I should say. At the line will be Matthew Letty out of Conway Springs. Good size kid, or Leedy, excuse me, 6'10". Power forward, free throws up and good. They'd missed a bunch in a row. Now he hits one there.
Just his 4th point. He has not been much of a factor.
Gets set for the free throw. Bandu will check in. Free throws up and good. Got them both. 82-72 now. The lead is cut to 10 with 8:08 to go. So now some clock management. But also, I don't think you quit doing what you've been doing.
No, not yet. Just 10 points is nothing in
this
game.
Exactly. Keep going.
Maybe with 2 minutes to go.
49-49 all.
Zone. Pratt's going to go to a zone.
Bandu, Sal Nuhu holds up. Here's Houston out by the free throw line. He'll square it up, shoot it, and miss it. Rebound cleared by Pratt. As Andrews comes up with the rebound. Quickly down, corner right, back outside to Bell. He'll travel. So the Blue Dragons will have the basketball with 7:46 to go. So Hutch will bring it up. With the basketball, the Blue Dragons. Here's Rhymes in traffic, in the paint, puts it up and shoots and scores. Nice job by JJ.
He shoots a soft ball. By that I mean when it hits the rim, it has a great chance to go.
84-72, Blue Dragons.
By the way, 19 for JJ.
Well, it's a quiet 19. He's kind of frustrating a little bit early in the first half, and he wasn't getting some calls. They'll back in a little bit. Andrews goes in. He'll be hammered. And the foul's going to be on Houston.
It's his fourth.
He'll have to be careful, and then we'll have Kai Mitchell come in. Houston will take to the bench. 7:16 to go. 84-72, Blue Dragons on top. Here's Andrews, free throw, up and good. Kai Mitchell checks into the ball game.
Right in front of us. Houston is telling Coach, I did not even touch him.
Andrews will shoot another one. 84-73, trying to cut that lead down to a 10-point margin. Free throw toss is up and good. So 84-74, Dragons on top, and a ball knocked away, last touch by the Pratt Beavers.
We're seeing full court pressure for the first time.
Got two finals for you. Butler won it over Barton 87-84. That puts Dodge City in second place in the league race, and also it was Cali defeating Garden City 84-81. Here's the Blue Dragons up by 10, driving to the basket underneath. Bandu brings it back out. JJ drives in, has it rejected. Nothing called. Rebound all the way out to Pratt. They'll drive it to the rack and score it. Basket by Gunner.
Here comes Pratt.
8-point lead for the Blue Dragons. Samaji puts it up inside, not there. Rebound cleared out of there by the Pratt Beavers. Dragons quickly running down the court. Basket good.
Letty.
By Letty. And that will force the timeout. It is a 6-point ball game, just like that. That 12-point lead cut in half with 6:38 to go. Timeout's going to be taken. We will get a full 1-minute break. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Pratt trailing by 6. Dragons lead at 84-78. Oh. If we win this one, it's going to be a 6-point lead, 6-game lead. If we win this one, it's going to be a 6-game lead.
A 5-game lead. That's just the 5th loss for Barton.
Well, they have it as 5.
Oh, I must have. Okay.
Maybe that's already been updated.
I think it probably has. Well, the Blue Dragons, the minute you start thinking they have things under control, they get a challenge from the Beavers. Both of these teams shooting it exceptionally well. Hutchinson 56%, Pratt 53%.
Full court pressure now. Blue Dragons will bring it up. Rhymes on the right side of Bandu. And coach just got a warning. And was told to stop stomping his feet. Dragons, he thought there was a foul in the backcourt and didn't get the call. Here's Samaji Haynes-Jones. He'll take it underneath, lay it up, score it. Samaji found a little seam.
Yeah, he's got another gear, and he just went to it and sped by the defender.
86-78, Dragons needed that one. Little stop right there. 6:12 to go. Here's Andrews. He'll gun it on its way and hit it. Boy, he's automatic. If he's open, he can hit him.
23 points, right on his average.
Kai Mitchell across the half court. Mitchell. Ball knocked away. Blue Dragons got it back, luckily. Here's Nuhu. He'll knife inside and draw the foul.
You cannot lob a pass in this game. There's too much athleticism, too much quickness.
Well, what was happening is the coaching staff was wanting Samaji to go get the ball. Kai brought it down, and then Kai kind of brought it across the top and was, just as you said, trying to lob it. And Nuhu with a good job of getting to the basketball. He's played well tonight.
Yep, this will be a 1-and-1, I think.
Free throw toss is up and off its mark. No good. It's a 2-shot foul, Rusty.
Yep. So the best he can do is extend the Dragon lead to 7.
Back into the lineup comes Bell. Dominic Bell out of Houston checks in. All right, at the line will be Sal Nuhu. Big free throw here. Give the Dragons a 7-point lead, make it a 3-possession game with 5:52 to go. Free throw toss is up and good. Ball settles into the nest.
10th point of the game for Nuhu, who's been outstanding off the bench.
He has been. Gunner with the basketball. Outside to Andrews, you know he's going to get it. He'll drive baseline. Nice in between two players. Mitchell comes up with it. Came away with it. They double teamed him. Here comes Hutchison. Samaje takes it in strong. Not there. Pratt comes out with it. Here comes Gunner. He'll go up the court. And a foul is going to be called.
Another missed dunk, but this one because of a Hutchinson foul.
Foul is going to be charged against J.J. Rhymes. I think that's only J.J.'s second.
You are correct.
At the line will be Gunner, Dawson Gunner, 5'10", freshman guard out of Wichita.
Proving you don't have to be tall.
Exactly. The 5'10" might be counting the hairdo.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I'm saying 5'8".
Free throw toss is up and good.
Doesn't matter, he has 12 points.
Cuts the lead down to 6.
He's been a big contributor for Pratt.
We'll shoot a second one. 5.5 to go, 5:28 to be exact. Free throw toss is up and good. So the Blue Dragon lead is now 5. Pressure in the backcourt. Nuhu gets it across. Bandu with the basketball. Blue Dragons need to have some good possessions here. J.J. Rhymes, take what's given to you. Rhymes to Nuhu. Nuhu at the foul stripe, lobs it back outside to Samaje Haynes-Jones. 12 on the shot clock. Feet inside, little give and go underneath.
Nuhu got pounded.
Yep.
Free throws, a pair of them coming for Nuhu.
Thank you, Rusty. I was blocked out over here. Nuhu will step to the line and shoot the free throws. 5:06 remaining to go in this contest.
Dominic Bell, the foul, just his second.
Hutchison will fill the lanes. Spots on the lane, that is. Free throw toss by Nuhu. High arching shot is good. They'll shoot another one.
By far his best game as a Blue Dragon.
Stretches the ball over his head, takes a couple bounces, spins the ball. Free throw toss is up and off, no good. Rebound by Bell underneath. The lead is 6 for the Blue Dragons. Quickly, Gunner takes it all the way down, lays it up. It's rejected, but rebounded by Pratt, and put it back up and in. Letty. Lead is cut down to 4 now, 88-84, Blue Dragons. Houston will check back in. Wrap around by basket by Samaje Haynes-Jones is good, and there's your timeout taken by the Blue Dragons with a 6-point lead with 4:44 to go. We will take a full 1-minute break. We'll be back with more from Pratt in 60 seconds.
Nuhu was shooting 40% at the free throw line coming into this game. He's made 5 of 7.
Barton did lose on Sunday out of Garden City.
If the Blue Dragons win this basketball game, one big contributor will be Sal Nuhu, who has tossed in 11 points off the bench. He has made 5 of 7 free throws. Not really a remarkable stat until you consider he was a 40% free throw shooter coming in.
Yeah, then it opens up your eyes. Here's Gunner back on the outside now to Andrews. He'll shift gears, takes it right to the lane, puts it up and misses it. Oh, that tip, that's basket interference. They'll give it over to the Blue Dragons. Big man Letty touched it while it was on top of the rim.
It was a hustle play, but no question it was a mistake.
He also called over the back.
Okay.
So he'll pick up his third, and Kai Mitchell will come down and shoot free throws. All right, 4:29 to go.
Dragons, both teams will shoot 2 on every foul from here on out. They're over the 10 foul limit.
Free throws up and good by Kai Mitchell. 91-84 Hutchinson. We'll shoot a second one. Free throws up and good. Got them both. 2 big free throws by Kai Mitchell. Dragon lead back at 8 again. 4:26 to go. Ball on the outside, A.J. Banks. There's a steal. Here comes Nuhu. It is showtime for Nuhu. He'll put it up and slam it home. And they will tee him up because he hung on the rim. He got the basket to give him a 10-point lead, but there will be a technical because he hung on the rim.
And you say, why does the technical get called? A lot of times they'll let a player hang on the rim if there's somebody underneath him.
But there was.
There wasn't anybody there. Not a bad call.
All right, they'll go down and Gunner will shoot free throws. I'd have to see it again, and actually, Rusty, I was blocked out. I knew he was going to go for the big jam, and he got the Thunder's jam, but he hung on for about, 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, maybe not quite that much.
Yeah, free throws up and missing. So it won't cost anything other than a foul on him, and it will still be the possession for the Pratt Beavers. Cloud County, by the way, defeated Seward tonight, 85-69. So Cloud won on his home court. 94-84 here.
A long season for Seward's men continues.
94-84. Now alley-oop underneath. They go to Andrews. He'll go for the jam and miss it. And rebound comes out for Blue Dragons.
Third missed dunk in the game.
Underneath, they go to reversal underneath to Kai Mitchell, was it? I think it was.
Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell was able to score it. 96-84. Dragons extended back to a 12-point lead. Layup at the other end, up and good by Gunner.
Little guy can play.
3.5 to go. Blue Dragons lead is 10. 96-86. Samaji Haynes-Jones directs traffic. Kai Mitchell comes out, sets the ball screen. Samaji takes the corner left, shifts gears, goes underneath, puts it up, misses it. And a rebound cleared out by the Pratt Beavers. Pratt, ball knocked away, got back. Gunner puts the basket up and in. Tell you what, he's a crowd favorite.
Well, you would root for him. He is a little guy.
Lead cut to 8.
He scored 17.
Pratt's still in his ball game, under 3 to go. Right side, Blue Dragons, underneath they go. JJ head fakes, goes up and scores it. Nice job by JJ Rhymes. Quietly got his tonight, 2:40 to go.
21 of them.
Lead back at 10 again, 98-88. Gunner on the outside. Here comes the pick. Samaji slides through it. Back outside now to Andrews. Andrews drives underneath, puts it up and scores it.
He could play for any team in the league.
There's a timeout. 2:20 to go in the contest. Blue Dragons 98, Pratt 90. A full 1-minute break coming your way. We'll be back in 1 minute.
It's amazingly entertaining.
Huh? Pardon?
This is an amazingly entertaining game.
Yep. Larry's watching it. He said it was less than 2 seconds on the rim. He hung on there.
How long?
2 seconds.
It has been an amazingly entertaining game. Blue Dragons, pretty good shape, leading 98-90, 2:20 to go. Folks, if you have not seen this Hutchinson team,
Oh, boy.
you don't waste any more opportunities. Your next chance to see them Saturday in the arena against Coffeyville.
It will be Blue Dragon basketball. 98-90, they lead it. Here comes J.J. Rhymes. He'll push it up quickly. Lays it up underneath, and a foul call. Oh, the travel call. Got the travel call to go against him.
I think it's right. He took off way shy of the top of the key.
Ball on the outside, ball knocked away. J.J. Rhymes, nice opportunity trying to get to it.
There'll be some tired kids after
there
this
are.
game on the part of both teams.
Really are. Here comes the inbound. Pratt Beavers get it into Gunner. He's had a good game. Samaji locks it in on him.
17 points for the little guy.
2 minutes to go. He'll drive left, kicks it back outside. Stafford. Ball comes back outside. Pratt Andrews going to set up the play. Off the ball screen, shoots, and ball hit the support, hit the shot clock underneath part of it as it came off the rim hard. It'll go out of bounds.
Almost came down in the basket. Wouldn't have counted, of course.
So you can't shoot them off a building like Larry Bird. And,
only if you're playing horse.
Okay, all right. We'll see some of those Super Bowl commercials here before too long. Ball on the outside. Right side, J.J. Rhymes. Rhymes, the Bandu to the hole, puts it up, can't get it. Tip try not there. Loose basketball. Pratt comes out with a foul called on Kai Mitchell.
And that was a situation where the Dragons couldn't decide whether they were going to dunk it or just shoot it. We have seen a lot of missed shots because of people thinking about dunks.
1:27 to go in the contest. 98-90 at the line. Blue Dragons lead it. At the line will be Andrews, which I mentioned something about the Super Bowl, by the way. Ties to Hutchinson by way of Geno Grissom, plays special teams for New England. He's a Hutch High graduate of Oklahoma. Free throw up and in by Andrews. And then also Devontae Campbell. 3 years ago, he was a Blue Dragon. Freshman linebacker, starting linebacker for Atlanta. Talking about a kid that's made a lot out of his opportunities.
Yes, sir.
Free throws up and good by Andrews. Makes it a 6-point ball game at 98-92 with a minute and 25 to go to basket by the Blue Dragons by J.J. Rhymes.
Nice lead pass, setting it up perfectly. Pratt thought Hutch was going to come down, run clock, and the Dragons burned him badly.
192 now. The lead is 8 for the Blue Dragons. Pratt will shoot a 3-ball and hit it. Cuts it to 5. Gunner with the 3. 195, Dragon lead is 5. To drive to the basket, not there. Blocking foul underneath. They're going to whistle it on to Pratt Beavers.
Letty will draw his 4th.
58.9 seconds to go. These free throws are huge with a 5-point lead at 100-95.
And it's going to be Houston to shoot him. And Shakur, 2 of 7. 3 of 7 tonight.
Free throw by Shakur Houston, off, no good. Short shot. Might be a little bit of fatigue. He's been on the bench with some foul trouble throughout the evening as well.
Of all the things he does so exceedingly well, free throwing is not one of them.
Salnuhu will check back in. Free throw toss by him is up and missing. It teetered on the rim and came out, no good. 5-point lead now. Quickly down the court. Stevens will shoot the 3. Rims off, no good. Foul called. What do we have called? Offensive foul is going to be called. It's going to be over the back by the Pratt Beavers. Not an offensive foul, just an over the back.
Wow.
I thought maybe he called a foul on the 3-point shot, but did not, thank goodness. And here comes Salnuhu in the lineup.
It is, however, 5 fouls on Letty.
He will foul out of the contest at the 50.4 mark. We were screened because we're down at the other end of the I don't even know what direction we are here. We're down at the other end of the, I think we're on the west end.
Shakur Houston will go back to the line to shoot 2. Last time he was there, he missed both.
50.4 seconds to go. Blue Dragons up by 5 at 100-95. Houston's free throw. Off, no good. Off the back iron. Oh, he's upset with himself. Hard off the back iron.
Nuhu comes in, tells him, follow through on your shot. Houston just simply not comfortable at the line right now.
He's kind of juiced up, too. I mean, he's into it. Free throws up and got it. Rimmed around and got down. He's mad because he dropped that first one. A 6-point lead now, at least a 2-possession game. And a foul's going to be called on J.J. Rhymes.
Last thing you want to do is stop the clock when you have the lead.
I think he knew that he beat him. And Rhymes will pick up his third. 48.2 seconds to go. A 6-point ball game. Stops the clock. Gunner at the free throw line to shoot a couple. Delay of game is going to be called. Is that a warning? You hardly ever see that called.
These officials are ready for this game to end.
Yes, they are. All right. Free throw by Gunner is good.
I'll tell you what, Pratt with a very real chance still. Another free throw here would make it a 4-point lead for Hutch.
196 right now. The lead is 5.
Right now, if you're Pratt, you're fouling probably Shakur Houston.
Free throw toss is up and good. 101-97. Blue Dragons, Kai Mitchell all the way down to Houston, goes up and stuffs it home. Made sure he didn't hang on that one, and 103-97 now to lead back at 6. Gunner kicks it outside. The 3 ball from the corner. Got it. Big 3 up and in by Wilson. And a timeout's going to be taken. It is 103-100. Blue Dragons will have the basketball with 34.5 seconds to go. A full 1-minute break. We'll be back. We're going to take a 30. We're just going to take a half minute. We'll be back right after this. This one could slip away.
To state the obvious, somebody is going to lose this basketball game. And whichever team loses, it can look to free throwing as one of the reasons. The Blue Dragons have hit 20 of 32. That's just very ordinary. 15 of 25 for Pratt, even more ordinary. The Dragons with the advantage, but 3 points in this game doesn't mean much.
Well, not the way the Pratt guards can shoot the basketball. Now they're going to put full court pressure. Let's see if they've decided if they're going to foul or not, or what they're going to do. Tyler Cotton will be inbounding. We played most of this game without Poppy Conley, by the way.
Dragons have taken Shakur Houston out of the lineup.
Poppy's on the bench right now. He was injured in the first half. Here comes the inbound. Cotton can run. Gives it finally over to Samaje Haynes-Jones. He gets it back to Cotton. They'll bring it up. Rhymes will be fouled from behind and shoot free throws.
Dragons had just as soon have passed on that. They had a layup.
28.4 to go. And that'll send to the line Rhymes. Houston will check back in. He had not been in there.
JJ on the night has made 3 of 5. 2 free throws.
Free throws off. It's marked no good. He'll get set to shoot a second one.
Houston returns. That's a defensive move by the Dragons.
He's got a hamstring wrap as well. Let's see if he's going to be all right. Free throw toss. This one's up and good. So 1 of the 2 free throws by J.J. Rhymes makes it 104-100, 28.4 to go. Here comes Pratt. They'll bring it up. You know they're going to try to put it up quickly. They'll drive inside. They'll kick it back outside, setting up the three. There's an Andrews three on its way. Rattles out. No, it goes down and in. He hits it. It's a one-point ball game, 104 to 103. And what do we have called? They're going to allow the shot to go in. They did not call anything, I don't believe. Did it have to do with hitting the ball away? I think that's what happened. A warning because number 10, Stevens, knocked the ball away. Here comes Cotton into the ball game. Here's your defensive move again.
Yeah, well, they want to get Shakur out of there because they don't want him to have to go shoot free throws.
All right, here we go. Cotton's it back in. Here comes the inbound with 19.3 to go. He gets it into J.J. Rhymes, and he'll be mugged. He will come down and shoot free throws. A couple seconds go off, 17.7 to go.
Even if he makes both, Pratt would have a chance to tie with a three.
Will come down, and J.J. Rhymes will toe the line and shoot free throws. 17.7 to go. Sal Nuhu's getting set to shoot, to check in. Free throw toss by JJ's good. Gives the Dragons a little bit of room, a 2-point lead.
This is a big one because it would mean the best that Pratt could logically do is tie. But 17.7 can be a long time.
Juice is going to check into the contest. He will take Tyler Cotton's place. (105-103). Blue Dragons. Free throws up and good. Got them both. 106-103 Hutchinson. Now they're making sure they got everybody covered. JJ jabs at the ball, and they'll come out. The foul's going to be called. And
Foul
it's going to
on
be called
Pratt, no, wait a minute.
It's on JJ. Rhines picks it up. He came around the ball screen, had enough contact, and went down. Stevens will go to the line to shoot free throws. Cotton to check in the ball game.
4 fouls on JJ.
14.
If this thing went to overtime, both teams have a lot of foul issues to deal with.
14.4 to go.
Reed Stevens, who has only made one scratch in the scorebook, that a three-pointer, has 2 free throws to pull his team within 1.
Free throw toss is up and good. 106-104. Blue Dragon lead is cut to 2. Again, we have offense for defense. Tyler Cotton back in there. It's kind of silly to say when Houston comes out, but at the same time, you don't want him shooting free throws maybe or fouling out. The second one's up and good. It's a 1-point ball game, 106-105, and there's a timeout. A 1-minute break. We're going to again take just a half a minute. 106-105. Blue Dragons lead it by 1 and have the basketball with 14.4 to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Well, I want Samaji handling it if I can.
Let's go, Samaji.
Unquestionably, Pratt will try to deny the inbounds pass. Failing that, almost immediately I would think they would foul. If the Dragons make 2, they'd have a 3-point lead. Now, if you're Hutchinson in this situation, I think you want your best free throw shooter, if possible, receiving the inbounds pass.
Yeah, because they're going to foul right away.
For the Dragons, the best free throw shooter by far is Samaje Jones. He hits 93% of his free throws. Now, you know that Max Good, who is an outstanding coach for Pratt, he's going to try to keep it out of Samaji's hands.
And Tyler Cotton will check in as well. Bandu will be in there as well. I want to remind you to listen to Blue Dragon Basketball on Country 102.9 KHUT as well as KWBW 1450 AM and 98.5 FM in Hutchinson. Here we go. Tyler Cotton will inbound.
They're going to try to keep it away from Samaji.
Here comes the inbound. Trying to get it to Samaji. They do. Samaji Haynes-Jones has it. And there'll be a foul call. Boy, he just barely got it across half court. Was a hair away from maybe turning the ball over, and the foul was called. 11.2 seconds to go. A 1-point Dragon lead. So Samaji Haynes-Jones will step to the line and shoot the free throws with 11.2 to go.
Stating the obvious, the biggest free throws he's had this season.
Samaji gets set. Free throw toss is up and good. 107-105. Now don't foul. Also, Pratt does not have any timeouts left.
Now maybe if you get it inside 5 seconds, you might foul and only let him shoot a 2 if you make this one. This to put Hutch up by 3.
Free throw toss is up and good, and he does just that. 108-105. Blue Dragons go full court. Here's Tyler Cotton working on Gunner. They'll set up the 3 by Andrews to tie. Rims off, no good. Ball tipped away. JJ has it. He'll take it down strong and be fouled with 0.2 to go. Dragons are going to hang on to this one. Woo!
What a basketball game.
We will shoot free throws. Good hustle by J.J. Rhymes just to get to the basketball. And he still didn't have it as he tripped across the half court. Was finally fouled as he was taken to the rack strong, and he will shoot a couple free throws.
I think you try to make the first one. I don't know whether I'd try to make the second.
Yeah.
If you make the first one, the second one doesn't matter.
What's the percentage they say that you can catch and shoot in? Free throw toss is up and missing. It's out to kill me.
Miss this, and the best they can get is a full length of the court heave. I would miss this on purpose.
Well, let's see what he does. 108-105. The lead is 3. If he makes it, it's over. And he makes it. At 109-105. And the Blue Dragons are going to come out of here with a victory. But it was a hard-fought victory, 108-105. Pratt will still have one more touch of the basketball. Kai Mitchell checks out. Sal Nuhu comes in.
Get everybody down at the other end. No foul.
Yep.
That's the key here.
Have maybe one, maybe Tyler Cotton, because make sure they're not going to roll it to half court and get a better shot out of it. That's what we're going to do. Now they go up for the heave, and boy, it went off the front of the rim. It would only been a 1-point difference, but that's a heck of a ball game. Your final from Pratt, 108-105. Dragons hang on to win. They continue to be in the top of the Jayhawk Conference, number 2 in the nation. They were pushed to the limit by the Pratt Beavers tonight. We will take a 2-minute timeout, add up all the numbers. Dragons win it 108-105, 20-0 on the year. What a ball game this was. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Woo! I'm an old fart. Well, the Blue Dragons hang on and get a nice victory tonight. 105. 105 is your final. And what a tough, hard-fought ball game this was. 49-49 at halftime. Blue Dragons were able to hang in there and come away with a nice win, 108-105. Blue Dragons continue to get it done. Their 20th win of the season. That's a signature win. But they were fully tested tonight by a fine Pratt team that pushed them to the limit. But you're going to have games like this, and you're going to have to show up and get ready to play like everybody else does. And, Rusty, they were pushed deluxe tonight.
As my father was once wont to say, so long as it's a game, 2 outcomes are possible.
Mm-hmm.
As Randy Dreiling, my good friend who won so many state football championships, like to say, both teams, get to practice. And on this particular night in Pratt, these 2 teams came out here, laid it on the line. I don't know how either coach would feel about the defense, but I know as a fan, as a broadcaster, it was one of the most entertaining games I have seen
it really was.
in a long, long while. Neither team, obviously the Dragons are really happy going home. They've got their 20th win of the year. But Pratt has no reason to hang their head. You say, how did a team that Hutchinson handled by 28 points in the sports arena play the Dragons so tough on their home floor? Well, look to three-point shooting. They outscored the Dragons 30-3 from the perimeter, making 10 out of 19 three-pointers. 10 of 19 is pretty amazing. The Dragons took only 5 threes and made just 1 of those. Both teams shot it really well. Pratt shot 53%. The Dragons shot 58%. Hutchinson actually won the game at the free throw line. The Dragons got to the free throw line 39 times, and that was because Hutchinson just kept pounding it to the inside. Did wind up making 25 of 39 free throws. Pratt made 17 of 27. Rebounding ended up dead even. 36 for the Dragons, 36 for Pratt. Turnovers, if Hutchinson had an edge in possessions, it came there. The Dragons had 3 fewer turnovers than did the Beavers of Pratt. Hutchinson and Pratt were tied at halftime, 49-49. The Blue Dragons had a 12-point lead in the second half. It never completely went away, but it got precariously close. Twice inside the last minute, the Blue Dragons were on the free throw line, shooting 2 shots, leading by only 1. But Hutchinson survives to win it, 108-105. I'm sure you figured out by now that this is the Medicine Shop game capsule. I tell you, if you're a basketball fan, you got your money's worth listening to this game or watching it. If you are looking for a pharmacy, you want a place where you'll get your money's worth as well. And the Medicine Shop has been that pharmacy for me for close to the last 20 years. Terrific place. You'll find it at 14th and Main. Looking at some individual statistics. First of all, for the Pratt Beavers, Devin Andrews, 6'5" freshman, came in averaging 22, got 30 tonight. 30 points for Andrews. Little Dawson Gunter shot in 19. A.J. Banks had 15. 12 for Jalen Wilson. 9 points for Matt Letty, all of those coming in the second half before fouling out with just under a minute to go. 7 points for James Brook. Dominique Bell scored 6. Reed Stevens scored 5. Devin Marsh didn't get to play in tonight's game. He was ejected for coming off the bench after a technical foul was called early in the first half. For the Blue Dragons, the formula remains the same. Put about 5 players in double figures. And the Dragons have a lot of people who can be those 5. Tonight, it was J.J. Rhymes leading the way for the Dragons with 27. Shakur Justin had 24. 17 for Samaje Haynes-Jones. His 2 free throws gave Hutchinson a 3-point lead with about 15 seconds to go. Made you feel pretty good. And J.J. Rhymes' free throw iced it with 0.2 of a second. So again, 27 for J.J., Shakur with 24, Samaje 17, 15 after halftime, 14 points for Devontae Bandu, and let's not forget Sal Nuhu. The young man out of the Bronx, New York, was a huge factor, particularly at the free throw line, where he made 5 of 7, a remarkable job for a young man who was just a 41% free throw shooter coming in. The remaining points for the Blue Dragons were scored by Kai Mitchell, who had 8. Fatir Hines played a bit, didn't score, and Tyler Cotton played more than a bit, didn't score. Poppy Conley ran into a stiff screen late in the first half, went to the dressing room, never came back into the game, although he did finally, late in the game, come from the locker room out to the bench. So the status of Poppy Conley, we'd have to say right now, unknown. The Dragons certainly would have liked to have had him out there at times in the second half, but let's give credit where credit is due. Samaje Haynes-Jones, after not contributing very much in the first half, had to do the job at the point in the second half, and he got the job done. 108-105, Hutchinson wins its 20th straight game, 16-0 in the league, 5 games up on everybody in the league race. And for the 4th time in the proud history of Blue Dragon basketball, a Hutchinson team has won 20 or more in a row. Wow.
Heck of a ball game, no doubt about that.
Really was. We're going to pass along some other finals that we have. Cowley won over Garden, 84-81. That game played at Cowley. It was Dodge winning at Coffeyville, 78-73. Coffeyville next for the Blue Dragons on Saturday night. Butler defeated Barton in Great Bend, 87-84. And Cloud makes a long season longer for the Seward County Saints as Seward loses to Cloud 85-69. Nothing in yet on Independence at Neosho. Nothing in on Colby at Allen. There's not a whole lot of intrigue left in the race in the conference on the men's side because Hutchinson now stands 16-0. Barton is 11-5. A 5-game lead for the Dragons with 10 games to go. It's not mathematically a lock, but it's an awfully good situation to be in. It will be really interesting to get the thoughts of Coach Eck. He's already here, Glenn, so let's go ahead and close out the game
sounds
portion.
Good.
So that'll do it for the game portion of our broadcast. Stay with us. Our visit with Hutchinson coach Steve Eck is next.
Okay, you're going to have to turn that down and turn this up to about there.
I enjoyed that. I don't know what you do. You always tell me you like to play company. Yeah, they showed lights out. They did. 10 or 19 for the season. Shooting 33% for you. I know. Probably shooting higher than that at home, though. How many points did you score against the first game? How many points did you score against the first game? 103. 103, 75. Yeah. How's Papa? He's out for concussion. Yeah. I figured it was either that or ribs. We are back in Pratt, visiting with Hutchinson Community College basketball coach Steve Eck. 108-105. There's a lot of places I could start. Instead, I'm just going to start by asking you, what about that basketball game?
Well, yeah, I give Pratt credit. Pratt's a very good shooting team. They're the only team this year that shot over 50% against us, and they shot over 50% again tonight. I mean, there's some of those shots we were guarding, actually, and they just nailed them. They're shooting 33% for the three-point line this year, and they were 10 for 19 tonight. So we just didn't have the intensity on defense to do it. And it wasn't like our guys weren't trying. It's just Pratt played a very good game. I mean, there's a reason we went to Dodge City and beat Dodge by 11 points. They're hot right now. They're a good shooting team, a good scoring team. Thank you. And so there's a reason why they beat Dodge by 11 at Dodge.
You had to overcome some adversity because you lost your point guard, Poppy Conley, toward the end of the first half.
Yeah, he had a concussion. setting those guys setting the screens. We don't call out the screen coming, and we can't see sideways at all, so we get knocked down and not good. But we'll have Devontae step in and do some things, and Tyler Cotton will get more playing time, and so we'll just have to go with it.
It was a game in which the bench had a lot of contributions, and we're not that we're not used to that, because we're used to Devontae coming off the bench and scoring double figures. Sal Newham had a tremendous contribution to make tonight.
Yeah, Sal did a good job. We finally put Sal on 0, stopped him a little bit. I thought JJ could do it, and put Sal out there. Shakur kept on telling me to put Sal on, and my concern was Sal wasn't going to be quick enough, but Sal was taller and made him shoot over him. He still scored a couple points there, but I think it messed him up a little bit.
How about free throw shooting for Sal? He was not known as a free throw shooter, at least statistically, coming into the game. Made 5 of 7.
Yeah, and that's the one reason I pulled him out late, because I was going with the odds. And, so, but JJ's a better free throw shooter than what he shot too. But anyway, like I said, you go on the road, you're going to have these kind of games every once in a while, and Pratt gave us their best shot, by far their best shot. The coach told me that was the best game they played all year long. I said thank you, and part of the reason they played the best game they played all year long was our defense wasn't very good, and they were a pretty good team.
Coach, you're going to have some games like this as the season wears on, particularly late in the basketball season. Is it a good thing to have experienced a competitive game, one where you had to fight right down to the very end?
Yeah, we'll find out. I told myself today we take a 1-point win, and but we missed all the layups. We attacked the basket. We didn't use the clock well at all the last 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes. Just terrible use of time, and part of that reason is because Poppy wasn't in there to control the basketball. So we got to correct that by Saturday against Coffeyville, because we've got to find a point guard that's going to be able to take care of the ball and control it and tell him to pull it out. And obviously we have 2 guards in there, the 3 guards that wanted to go to the basket all the time, and they said they were getting fouled, but they weren't getting fouled. They just weren't making their shots. So if you're going to attack the basket, you got to finish it. If you don't finish it, then you got to pull it back out and run the clock around. And I give Pratt credit, because they had some shots. They're just tough shots.
Yeah,
and
they made some guarded shots.
I mean, if you weren't here, in person watching it, you wouldn't know. But Sal did a good job off the bench tonight. So did Kai.
Yeah, you got 27 points from JJ. That's an exceptional performance. There was a time in the first half where you were down 10, and Shakur just absolutely took over the basketball game.
We went inside. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to go inside, and we did that for the most. We only took 5 3-pointers, and we wanted to go inside the second half. We did. We built a 12-point lead. Unfortunately, it wasn't good enough to hold up that 12-point lead. But some of the guys on the team that don't usually make threes or make shots
made them.
Like number 0. All number 0 did all the games I watched was drive it. He had an 18-foot shot, it would clank. And tonight it swished. So when you're playing Hutch, you got to be ready for their best shot, and we got it. And I told the guys in the locker room, hey, last night KU lost on the road. I mean, there's of course, West Virginia's got a little better record than Pratt does, but you can't go by the record, because on the men's side, there's just every team has talent. Fortunately, I got Coach Siriak went out, got a little more talent than everybody else did on the Out-of-Stater guys.
When you come to Beaver Dome, it's always a battle. Now, Hutchinson has won most of them, but it's always a war.
Well, I haven't lost. My teams, Butler and Hutch, have not lost at Pratt ever. Or we lost them one time. That was in the championship game in the tournament. As far as league play goes, we haven't lost to them, and so hopefully that continues. But I mean, it will for this year, because we don't play them until against us. But they had a good coach. Coach Good used to coach at UNLV. I think you probably could tell by the way they run. Get up down the court and run the Rebels, and he used to coach there, and he's a very good coach. And if he gets no more talent in here, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with every year.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back and get final thoughts from Coach Steve after this.
Stretch, you need Poppy in there to control the action. Samaji forgot what it was like. Devontae don't know what it's like.
Realistically, what? Two games?
I don't know. Probably not against Coffeyville.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, we are back in Pratt, where we are going to finish up the evening visiting with Coach Eck. 20 wins in a row, Coach. Fourth time in Blue Dragon history that a Hutchinson team has won 20 or more. I believe you've been here for 2 of them.
I don't remember. Maybe have.
Doesn't mean anything with Coffeyville coming in, does it?
No, we got Coffeyville Saturday, and they're a good team. And I wasn't on the guys in the locker room. I wasn't hard on them. I mean, we got to play. We got to play better together. I mean, we got to play better team defense, and Pratt can score the basketball. That's probably they've hit the 100 mark many times this year. So, and now Poppy Conley's out with the concussion. He probably won't be playing against Coffeyville either Saturday. He'll probably be out against Coffeyville Saturday, and so I got to get my guards to understand that with 4 minutes to go, you got to use the clock. You got to move the ball around. We just did a terrible job as far as Smaje and my point guards, the guards. We did a terrible job as far as moving the ball around.
Now, I want you to know something. With our new broadcast position, I've had a chance to watch you during timeouts, and if I ever need to get the attention of my calculus class, I'm calling on you.
Well, I've watched 5 games of Pratt this year at their place, and they never even close. There were probably 5 times more people here tonight than they ever had all year long. So that's what you get when you're at Hutch, and
you wouldn't want to coach anywhere else.
That's fine. That's good. I mean, that's good for the guys, and like I said, we take this and move on, and basketball is a tough sport to play, so you have to be ready every game.
See you in the arena on Saturday.
Okay, thanks everybody for coming out. You guys came to the game. Appreciate it, really do. Thank you.
I got no cue. There it is. Two big wins for the Blue Dragons here. The first one came quite a bit easier than the second as the Lady Blue Dragons pushed their winning streak to 17 in a row, stayed tied for the top spot in the league race with Seward.